And back at the Toledo Ice House, and we're with the head coach of the Toledo Cherokee Junior A Tier 3 hockey team, Kenny Miller Jr., as the Toledo Cherokee having a special game tonight, a memorial for your father, Ken Miller Sr., known affectionately as Sap around the hockey community, who very sadly passed away a year ago or so ago at this time. But a lot of love throughout the hockey community for him, and a special memorial game tonight, and I know a lot of people are going to be touched by that.
Yeah, it should be good. We, the people within our organization put it together. It's to help raise money for that Zamboni fund they have in his honor, which we were able to purchase, and we're still trying to, get the funds for it. And we expect a lot of people here tonight, and it should be a fun night.
Over the years, we've covered a lot of events at the Ice House, and your dad was always a very ubiquitous figure around here. And the one thing that came across always was that he had a great passion in general. He's a very passionate individual, but especially his passion was directed at the game. He loved the game of hockey.
Yeah, he got into the rink business about 12 years ago with two other guys, and he just obviously we played. My brother and I played growing up, and for him to be able to be a rink owner and help as many kids as he did, I mean, it just, even, a year later, you still hear how much he's affected the guys on our team all the way down to the little kids that are just learning how to play now.
Yeah. One of the things, is just reading a little bit about some of the impact that he made in the area, and it's like if a kid wanted to play hockey and couldn't afford gear or something like that, your dad would figure out a way to get him on the ice somehow.
Yeah, that was his thing. He had a huge heart, and he was all about the Youth Hockey Association here, not only at our ice house, but even kids that went on to play other places, needed ice time to free ice to practice or work on their game. They were always welcome to come here and skate, and that's just the kind of guy he was.
Yeah, I thought it was an outstanding thing where you could really do that, because strangely enough, there's really not a lot of venues. Like a basketball player can go to the playground and work on his moves and things like that, but if a hockey player wants to come out and work on skills with a stick and a puck, it's not too easy to do that, and you could always come here and do that. I thought it was a great service to the hockey community.
No, I agree. He was here all day during the week, especially. The ice goes out in the summer, but in the springtime when the kids didn't have school, he was here, from morning till night. And if somebody needed to skate, they could always count on Sap to turn a light on for him, and he'd let him go out and play.
Yeah. Where'd you get the nickname Sap?
Oh, he's had it from his younger days, like when he was a young kid. It's just something that his buddies called him, and it kind of stuck. And around the rink here with the real little kids, he was known as Mr. Sappy, but right. To all of us, he was known as Sap.
Yeah. So, of course, you and your brother obviously were great hockey guys. How could you not be with him as your dad? Your brother played professional hockey. He played with the Storm. You're coaching here at the Cherokee. How is your growing up in hockey and just in general influenced by him?
Oh, he coached Kelly from the time Kelly was little until he went on to play juniors. And I was fortunate enough at about 17 or 18 to start coaching with him, and that's when I got the passion and the bug for coaching. And he along with the other two guys that own the rink are the guys that gave me my first job in the North American League coaching. And I wouldn't be coaching today if it wasn't for him. He's the reason Kelly and I are so involved in hockey, and still are, even though neither one of us have kids that play. So it just shows you, the impact he's had not only on us, but everybody around here.
Yeah, I'm sure he's very pleased in the beyond that you're carrying on the tradition. In your own coaching, what did you pick up maybe? How did he influence you when he was coaching you, or you saw the way he coached other teams that you try to apply now?
Well, one of the things, he's pretty intense. And he even coached with us. He and I had the pleasure of coaching the U14s, which we have a few of those guys on our team now. When we went to nationals maybe 4 or 5 years ago, some of the guys were Rick Kwapik, Nick Verbowski, who are playing for me now. So I got to coach with him at the end there, before he passed, and he's a pretty intense guy, and I think I've mellowed a little bit since then, but that's the most important thing. He was pretty intense, and so am I at times. And
I'm sure, obviously, it is so sad, the untimely passing, but I'm sure you cherish memories like that of times you spent coaching teams and talking about strategy and being on the road and all that kind of thing.
Yeah. He right before he passed away, he was with us on a road trip. We had a 2-day trip in Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and that was actually the last time I seen him when we got back from Pittsburgh. before he fell. So you think about those, all those nights on the bus and spending in the hotels with him. But I'll never forget. He was not only my dad, but he was my best friend. And thanks to this place, his legacy will always live on.
Yeah, you'll never forget him, and neither will the hockey community in Toledo ever forget Ken Miller, Sap Miller Sr., and certainly it's very fitting that he has this night. I'm sure there'll be a lot more like them in coming years. Thanks for being with us.
All right, thanks, Greg.
That is Kenny Miller Jr., the head coach of the Toledo Cherokee.